in different ways to so many living entities. How much busy he is, just try to imagine. Still his position is same. Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. Goloka eva nivasati. So Krishna is still in his own original palace, Golok Vrindavan, and is enjoying in the company of Srimati Radharani. It is not the Mayavadi philosophy, because he has expanded himself in so many heart of living entities. That does not mean that he is finished. So people think this is another propaganda, that because Krishna is being cut into pieces and so many living entities manifested, so now there is no Krishna. So this is spiritual mathematics, where Prabhupada writes that in normal we understand if there is 1 rupee means 16 ana. Previously we used to talk 4 ana, 8 ana, now it is not existing anymore. Even till 10 rupee doesn't work in Vrindavan now. So from 16 ana, if 1 ana is minus, it becomes 15, if 2 ana goes, becomes 14, and if 16 goes, means becomes 0. But spiritual mathematics is 1 minus 1 is also 1. So 1 always remains in spiritual mathematics. That is Krishna. So the Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. So it is Purna. Nothing diminishes in Krishna's creation. So that Krishna you cannot understand. It is very difficult. See, so from the moment we took birth we are taught 1 minus 1 is 0. And now here it is taught 1 minus 1 is 1. How will we understand this? Totally different, right? So that is why forgetfulness. If our old things are continuing, so basically when we take birth, we are competent, we are equipped by Krishna to surrender to Him in a way. But because we continue our materialistic endeavor, we lost all the benefit we are gaining to remember Krishna and to worship Krishna. So Krishna gives forgetfulness, but we are again like elephant taking bath and pouring the dust on his head. So as soon as we take birth, it is also said in Bhagavatam, right? When we take birth, the child is crying, is praying, no, now this is, I will not do the mistake again. But as soon as he is out, everything he forgets and he again starts enjoying the materialistic lifestyle. So, because of our past understandings or consciousness which is carrying forward, like subtle body continues, right? When we change this material body, subtle body continues. So there is something stored in there, and plus whatever the society is giving us is getting added to it. So they teach us 1 minus 1 is 0. So we start understanding like that. They teach us everything which is totally against the Shastra. So to understand this simplest thing becomes very, very difficult for us now. It is not difficult. We are all understanding that Prabhupada books are the Shastra for us. Whatever Prabhupada is writing is final words for us. But still we can't understand this. Even if we hear this, it is difficult to follow. So we should practice this forgetfulness now. Whatever we have learned, we should undo that. So that will come by associating with devotees, chanting, reading the Shastras again and again. So we should, now our input should be more of spiritual subject matter. Till the time we joined Krishna consciousness, only input was materialistic lifestyle, materialistic idea, materialistic principles. So now Krishna wants forgetfulness. Because if we remember, then how will we become devotees? So we have to practice that now. Forcefully we should practice. Whatever we have learned, just undo that and start practicing what we are learning now from Srila Prabhupada books. That will make us more peaceful. That will make our life without anxiety. Otherwise the struggle will go on. Karshati, Prakrutisthani Karshati, the struggle will continue. Because if you have the same ideas you will continue practicing, which has taken you on a wrong direction, and now just by small changes you cannot change the direction. You have to make that big change, that whatever you have learned, cut, finish. Like when Srila Prabhupada went to America, whoever joined his movement were all beef eaters, meat eaters, they were all drunkards, but they did a disconnect as soon as Prabhupada said. So that big disconnect has to come in our mindset. So we, being fortunate taking birth here, we were not into that situation, but still our mindset, our consciousness is still that on the degraded level. Because many anarthas, what we have gained from this society are still there in our heart. So that disconnect has to be invited now. And then these principles we should start practicing. Even though we will be fearing initially to practice these principles, but once we start practicing, we will understand the benefit of it. So it is very important to do this. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clearly instructed that Anyabhilashita Sunyam, this shloka is very popular from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So again, Anyabhilashita Sunyam, kitni baar sun liya? It's very difficult to practice. So it's not that we don't want to practice. It's not that none of us here want to practice this. Okay, I want more Abhilasha. Nobody wants this. But it is difficult because of our remembrance of our past. So we have to practice forgetfulness of the past. Because that past is not that good. We have not practiced good things to remember it. So we have to practice forgetfulness. That will make our life more sublime and easy. And we just remember our current thing. Like if I have a bad experience with